Talkin Sex Live is recorded in front of a live audience. This show is for mature listeners only. Hello, you're Talkin Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I'm Diane.
And I am Chet, and we are unlicensed sex therapists here to share our knowledge with the world. We are not licensed sex therapists at all. We haven't gone to any type of college or had any type of formal training on this. We're just a couple who's had a whole lot of sex, and we just like to answer questions from people calling in and also just talk about different topics about sex. We are streaming live right now to Twitch, and we are also recording for YouTube and for podcasts. So if you listen right now, you're listening to a live recording, and we don't do much editing on this just to keep the whole, spontaneity of the liveness. Sure. We are joined by our sex toy expert and our polyamory specialist, Peter. How you doing, Peter?
I'm doing well, Chet and Diane. It's so good to see you, as always. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
Yeah, always happy to be here.
How are things going with you?
Oh, things are good. Things are good. I mean, the little bit more time and opportunity for sex. You know, people have the vaccines. People are a little more connected than they were, and so you're getting connected with other people, playing with new things here and there. I mean, it's the world's not great yet, but at least we can have orgasms, right?
That's right. Always have orgasms.
Boost your immune system, too.
That's right. It's good for fighting off any viruses. Wells, our producer, how are you doing tonight there, my friend?
Hi, everyone. I'm well. How are you?
Very well. So still on your dry spell, or have you met anyone? We haven't chatted since the last show. What's been going on, my friend?
I've gone on a couple dates with a girl.
All right.
And we have a third planned. We have not kissed yet.
Okay, that's no problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems like she was pretty concerned with the COVID thing. So.
Yeah.
Although at the end of our date today, it kind of had that moment where we're just standing there smiling at each other at the end. So maybe she wanted me to then.
To make a move and to kiss you?
Yeah, to kiss her.
Oh, is this the second date or is this the first date?
This is the second date.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Diane? Did you usually kiss on the second date?
Maybe.
We kissed on our first date.
Yeah, we did on the first
but
one.
we were hanging out as just friends before that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it was a day date this time.
Oh yeah, that one's a little interesting.
It's not quite the vibe.
Yeah, that's one's.
Wait till late night dinner.
Yeah.
Next one's gonna be at night.
Yeah, bringing her home and stuff. Well, that's good. I mean, are you into her, or is it just someone like, well, we're just gonna have some fun? What do you think?
No, I think I could be into her.
Oh, good.
We'll
good.
see.
Good.
She's cuddlingus worthy. Cuddlingus worthy.
Oh, I thought you said her cuddling is worthy.
Oh, no. Cuddling is worthy.
Oh,
no, he went far less wholesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
you're standard there.
Yeah, I know. I think maybe. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see if that situation arises, if
Very
I feel good about that.
All right. Well, just an update on us. Diane, do we want to give an update on our status right now?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, so we Diane had a knot in her perineum, and so we were just having Peter. I don't know if you were aware of this, but we were trying out the multi orgasms as a couple, and Diane was doing some Kegel exercises, and she ended up having a knot, like a muscular knot in her perineum.
Yep.
And so we stopped having sex and just went to oral, a whole lot of 69ing, but then she found that the orgasming is what tightened up her PC muscle in her perineum, and that's what was causing the knot. So we've gone completely orgasm.
Oh, you're not orgasmless.
I've been masturbating and getting blowjobs and hand jobs a lot, but I still... Diane's been on about a week now without an orgasm.
A week. It's been a week.
Yeah, and she was going through her ovulation period, and so we've just been like canned up hornballs
Yes, we have.
leading like a PG-13 relationship.
I mean,
Just-
denial is a huge kink.
Oh,
People,
yeah.
people do that intentionally. There's all sorts of play with chastity devices for men and for women, and yeah, orgasm denial is huge. I think it's a little bit rougher when it wasn't an intentional kink move and something that was thrust upon you, so to speak. But if you can play with it and have some fun with it, hopefully that tension and that frustration can build up in a positive way, as long as it can eventually get released.
Yeah, I mean,
I have a question though.
go for
like,
it there, Wells.
Couldn't you guys still have penetrative sex just without orgasm?
Maybe.
We tried that before, though.
Yeah.
It tightened it up.
Okay.
I would also imagine
okay.
the more that frustration builds up,
Yeah.
the harder it's going to be to
Yeah.
stave off that orgasm.
So we just want it to be 100% before
Better.
we go back into having sex, and then it's like we tried to kind of like ease it in, and it just wasn't getting better, and so we're just gonna go ahead.
It was getting better, and then we started fooling around, and then
It got tight again.
it's
So
like, oh no.
yeah, so we're just gonna focus on us, and I mean we do kind of tease each other. Like I'll just kind of like make out with her vagina or vulva above her pants.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but with like not doing anything, and she has to like, I can't orgasm, and then she will suck my penis or
That's pretty
give me
much
a hand job.
accurate.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
and you know, it hasn't been a shower without me masturbating yet, because usually, I mean, I don't masturbate much at all, just because we have so much sex. Like, what's the point? But now it's like, well, you know, going back to my college days of jerking off in the shower.
Just the college days instead of the single days.
The single days. But that's what we've got going on. Hey, you know what, guys? It's almost Halloween, and it's our favorite holiday of the year. And when so you know, a lot of people are asking right now, what costume am I gonna have for Halloween? And there's a lot of couples costumes out there, and of course for the last 10, 20 years, 15 years, the trend is to have, if you're a female and if you have a really good body, or even if you want to feel sexy, is to have a sexy costume when you go out. And there's a lot of times when a female partner has a super sexy costume, especially if you're a guy, like, what do I do, especially if you feel like you're not as sexy. So we're going to do a little segment that we're going to call Sexy Couples Costumes. And so this is a little piece that we put together. So we're going to go ahead and look at some sexy couples costumes. So we're going to present a female's couple costume, and then we're going to go ahead and show what the guy's costume could be to go ahead and go along with that. There's a lot of costumes that have been pretty out there, but you know what? We're gonna find some solutions for that, and we're all gonna go ahead and talk about it for those listening on podcast here. So first up, we've got sexy corn on the cob. Look at how beautiful this woman is.
Good body.
Yes, smoking
Hourglass
body.
figure.
She's got some corn bangles on
That
her
husk, I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, of course, when the dress that she's wearing, it just peeks open. You're just like, I want to look at her cornhole because it's a corn
You want
cob.
to play cornhole with her cornhole.
Exactly. It is incredibly hot. I would be perfectly happy if Diane wore this for our Halloween costume. But what do you wear if you're the guy to match this sexiness at all? So we got sexy barbecuer.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, he's just pretty much just has a banana hammock on and a belt buckle that says barbecue on it.
And assless chap shorts.
Yep. And
it looks like
crotchless.
Yeah.
Chaps
Crotchless,
as well.
assless, sideless brown shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, really the minimum of coverage, which I gotta say that concerns me in front of a barbecue.
Yeah, no, I would totally
yes,
agree. You
yes,
should probably have some type of apron on.
A little more coverage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not going to be actually cooking anything, especially with the splatter. A lot of splatter comes up from that. Wells, what do you think about this one?
I think maybe butter would be better.
Like a butter?
She's corn.
Yeah, but is butter
Corn,
sexy?
you just
This is the guy. Look how
could
sexy
Spread
be.
that
it.
guy
She
is.
spread it all over her.
Yeah, that is
Absolutely.
true.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
butter
That's
can be
true.
sexy.
All right. Let's move on to the next one here. Let's see
Yeah.
who we got up next. What kind of sexiness there is. Okay, sexy
snowman.
snow girl.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she is very pretty. And that snowman is probably the happiest snowman that I've ever seen. I mean, his face is right on
Yeah.
her breasts.
Yeah.
And look at that smile, just
And
huge.
That is sheer. So, I mean, if you're, for people listening to this, it's basically it's a one-piece bathing suit, but with a snowman painted all over it. But it's also you can clearly for this image they had to Photoshop out nipples because it's pretty sheer, and you probably could have seen a little bit of slit at the top of the base of that too had they not done some work on it. It's very revealing. And if she's loving the costume, then so am I.
Yeah. No, that's a super happy one. But
She's got a top hat too, a little
little
laptop hat.
teeny
Yeah.
top hat there. That's more of like a headband than anything. But that is one happy snowman on her. So what's the guy that's going to go ahead and match this when he goes around?
Super curious, yeah.
Mr. Plow from Simpsons. Yep. Mr. Plow is my name.
What's that name?
It's Mr. Plow.
Okay.
And look how happy that guy is.
Oh, he gets to plow.
Yeah, he gets to plow her.
I got to say, though, it does follow the unfortunate trope of the men are fully clothed. And again, that woman's outfit was super sheer. So again, had that been a real person wearing that in real life, you'd see everything. And meanwhile, you can barely see an inch of his skin because he is really prepared for the cold.
Yeah, I guess it's more of just a joke. But, you know...
I'm not supposed to take this so seriously?
That's all right.
My main critique of this is that what if Linda Ronstadt writes a diss track?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know who Linda Ronstadt is?
A diss track?
I don't know what a diss track is.
Oh.
A diss track when like when rappers are all writing songs about how much their beef with another rapper. That's a diss track.
Got it. Okay, I guess I'm too old to understand.
I think you're too distracted by the photos to understand what a diss track is. Yeah.
Yes.
But you did see the Simpsons episode, right?
Oh yes, the Lana. Yeah. How she had the Plow King and she had the country song. Yeah, I get it now. And I literally just watched that episode this morning. It was kind of funny, but
doing your research.
Yes, it was just happened to be on. So next up, we've got Sexy Cherry Pie, and this is actually a very nice costume. I mean, I don't know why there's an apron on top of the cherry pie,
so you don't get too dirty.
Well, to spread out the crust.
There you go. But let's go ahead and zoom into that little the first place award. It says Cherry Pie Eating Contest First Place. So I guess it's kind of an innuendo. Somebody ate out that.
She is the pie, and she got the ribbon for eating the pie. Is she very flexible?
I don't.
Maybe.
Again, I might be taking this too seriously, but I enjoy doing so.
Yeah, I mean, if she could eat out her own vagina, then
that would be a winner.
That would be a winner. I mean,
who needs a man?
So the implication is supposed to be like her pussy tastes the best.
It tastes like a cherry pie. It tastes like a delicious
party.
Cherry pie.
Which honestly isn't what I want out of a
cherry pie.
Pussy, but yeah.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
You would not want a vagina to taste like a cherry pie. I mean, I like vagina taste. I think it's great for the pheromones.
It's what I'm expecting.
And it's a boner. But for once, if it was a cherry pie, I mean, you get a boner from smelling it.
Yes.
I mean, maybe for once, sure. Like just that rare moment of like, there's something unusual. And it's like, great, now I've done that.
Just
now can I go back to it smelling like what I expect it to smell like and tasting like what I expect it to taste like?
You guys are crazy. If there was cherry pie, and pussy on the menu at a restaurant, you would order the cherry pie.
No.
I don't. Cherry pie doesn't give me a boner though. The vagina gives me the boner.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I would get a boner if I went down on someone and their pussy tasted like cherry pie. I would probably propose to them.
Oh wow.
I mean, my perfect night is oral sex and cherry pie, but separately.
Put your penis in the pie. And speaking of putting the penis in the pie, who do we have as the male that you would go out with this? And it's sexy Jason Biggs.
So naturally.
I mean, Jason Biggs. It looks like he's holding a Tecate. beer. He's a hipster.
That's the sexy Jason Biggs.
Yes, the sexy
Okay.
Jason Biggs.
All
yeah.
right, we have different standards, but that's
Okay.
fine.
I mean, some females
Yeah.
find hipsters very sexy.
No.
No,
Some of them
no,
do.
no.
Yes, I suppose.
But I don't know. Like this, the masks kind of makes him look like he ripped off the face and just put it on his own.
It really
Yeah.
does.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, that's why I'm hesitant to call that one the sexy Jason Biggs.
Yeah. All right. I'll
yeah.
give you that one.
Yeah. The rest of the costume, yeah, that's great. It's also if you've ever been to an improv show, I don't know if you're into that sort of thing, but that really looks like the uniform of just about every male on an improv stage.
On stage, of course, their T-shirt has to have some joke on it that is
Right.
funnier than the improviser. So,
This is right, and very distracting. Yes.
that's all you can look at. But anyways, so that's fun. Let's see what we got next up here. Oh yeah, classic Jasmine. Jasmine from Aladdin. Of course, it's just for so we don't get sued. It is Arabian Princess.
With it is the classic costume, except she has transparent puffy pants.
Yeah, they are pretty much just saran wrap over
Right.
her legs there.
I mean, I guess the original she had
Hot.
like shimmery, semi-translucent,
Yeah.
but these are just plain all transparent. So it's basically just the light blue panties and top, and the least of them possible.
It's pretty much just Jasmine underwear and bra with some like plastic pants on with a little crown. But she's
And
got
transparent
the hair.
heels.
She's got the hair down.
Oh, yeah.
Stat. So we're gonna go ahead and see what, of course, the match for this. You would think, well,
Oh, that's
Aladdin.
gotta be-
It's got to be Aladdin. So let's take a look. Oh, yeah, it's an innuendo. It's Aladdin with a giant lamp that says "Rub me," with a little poof coming out of it.
Oh, yeah.
The lamp is right on his crotch. So
But see, if you rub that too much too soon, the costume's just ruined for the rest of the night.
yeah, because then you can't exactly. You can't perform anymore.
Exactly.
You already wasted all your 3 wishes. So
It seems like he could.
Oh, does he get 3? Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, well,
Most
does
guys
that
get only
mean-
1.
does that mean he
3?
gets 3 different partners for the night, or just have sex with Jasmine 3 times?
I was
Just-
thinking he gets 3 orgasms, which is
Oh,
way better
I
than
would
most
take
guys
Jasmine.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
3 orgasms.
That's
with
right.
with
Damn.
Jasmine,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
well, I mean,
one hell of a Halloween.
we'll go back to this Jasmine, and that is definitely that's definitely worth it there. So hopefully she gets 3 or more orgasms. So all right, what's next up? Here we go. We got it's a sexy furk costume. So a furk is different from a keg, and that it is.
Is it?
Yeah, so a furk is what they cask condition ales. So it's how like the traditional English way that they brew beer. Instead of having it naturally makes its carbonation instead of having carbonation being placed into the keg, and it's a cask-drawn ale, and it's served at like 45 degrees Fahrenheit as opposed to the traditional like 36 or 38 that kegs are served here. So
I love how educational this podcast is.
it
Although,
is all
yeah,
about beer.
you sounded a little too close to the word castrate there several
Oh,
times, and
got
it
it.
made me a little
Sorry.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
but I mean, she's a very sexy girl. She just has I mean, it's not the most form-fitting costume, but it's. I mean, look at those legs.
Yeah, I have to wonder how she even got into that cast iron thing, but that could be fun to take off.
Yep. So I think this is a female couple costume. So next up, the matching one is a sexy fermenting tank. So you go, and she's basically has a pipe with a pressure gauge coming out of it. Very robotic and erotic.
It's a bit Borg-like.
Yes, but wait, this is
Fermenting?
it's a fermenting tank where they make
making beer?
Yeah, that's where they make beer.
Yep.
And just to go
Okay.
along with the theme, so this is actually a throuple costume.
Nice.
So if you and just you don't have to be actual lesbian lovers. You could actually just have 3
I
girls
just love how
going out
inclusive this show
on the
is.
night. Yeah.
This is great.
So we've got a sexy sprouted piece of barley. So
Ah,
yeah. So she, this is barley.
Talk about sprouted.
Yeah, that is
It's
a big
very
sprout.
sprouted.
That is a huge phallic-looking sprout coming
Yeah.
right out of her genitals. In
Yeah.
fact, it's just going up to her face where she can go ahead and lick it if she wants.
You need like
She-
12 hands on that,
That is a
sprout.
Go
Huge
very
sprout.
well with Ms. Cherry Pie
Yes.
in the,
Yeah.
the self-gratification territory.
So she would actually be needing to, so in case you didn't know, when you have malts, that is sprouted barley that you actually roast, and then that gives you the malt taste. But anyways, should we do one more before we take a caller? Just to end it on another note, besides the beer theme?
I'm having fun. I would
All
love
right,
some more.
Let's do one more here. Okay. Oh, God. Sexy Harry Potter. You can't beat Sexy Harry Potter.
Wow.
Hufflepuff. That is the shortest tie I've ever seen. It is super
Yes.
small.
And that's still somehow the most cloth that's on her body is that
Yes.
tiny tie.
Yes, because it's
Yeah.
pretty much just Hufflepuff underwear and bra. With,
Yeah, the bra is interesting though because it's a long sleeve bra.
mhm.
I've not seen anything like that. So it's a very sheer. Again, they had to Photoshop out some areola for
course.
this
Yeah.
photo.
Yeah.
And then the sleeves, which are also semi-transparent, go all
Mm-hmm.
the way down to her wrists. And she's got that wand. The wand, I'd say, doesn't look like it would satisfy her. I have seen some much better wands for play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
but you can imagine, though, if you want to have some
Hmm.
fun, just to do some spells with that, or I'm sure you could do some playing around with that. So you're saying, sex toy expert Peter, is that there are some wands that are meant to be put into your vagina. Is
Oh,
that correct?
yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're missized a bit. They don't look like real wands, but
Uh-huh.
they look much more useful.
Yeah, but nonetheless, super hot. So who is she going to be
Very
going?
hot.
There is so many different options in the Harry
Have to
Potter
wonder.
universe. Who's going to be going to the Halloween party with sexy Harry Potter? And it's sexy Dobby, the house elf. So
Yes.
yeah.
Who was incidentally freed by his master when his master accidentally tossed a dirty sock on him.
That's right. I don't know much about Harry Potter, but I'll take your word for it, Peter. That mask does it right there. It's the eyes looking up, the sad
does something.
eyes. Yep. But look, that is a ripped guy. I guess that
Dobby is a free elf.
he is.
Yes, he's very free.
Yeah, and of course,
Getting some role playing there.
don't know why you wouldn't be more happy with that Harry Potter. You should have a huge boner right now. But we may get to these later in the show. We may get to them next week. Our next show, we actually have a very special Halloween episode. So tune in to that. But we'll go ahead and go away from the sexy couples costumes to revisit it another time. If you were listening to this podcast and you want to look at those pictures that we were looking at, go ahead and go to our Instagram account or our Twitter account to Talkin' Sex Live, talking with no G in there, because that's how cool kids say it now, talkin' with no G, Talkin' Sex Live, and you'll go ahead and see the pictures that we actually looked at. So check that out. They're they're amusing. They're fun. Wells, do we have a caller coming in right now?
Yeah, we have Janet, and her boyfriend wants to have a three-way, but only with an Asian woman.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
okay.
Hello, you are Talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I am Chet.
I'm Diane.
And is this Janet?
Hi, I'm Janet.
Hi, Janet. So we heard you're planning to have a threesome. Is that correct?
Well, I'm thinking of having a threesome.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the holdup here? Or you just don't want to?
Well,
or?
no, I mean it's more complicated than that. What happens is that like my boyfriend really loves like going to sushi restaurants and like Japanese schoolgirl porn and things like that. And so he asked me for a three-way, and I've had them before, and I'm open to that.
Okay.
But he
Very
said
nice.
he only wants one with an Asian girl.
Okay.
And I just feel like that's weird.
I don't know. I mean, do you? I hate to put like a a label or stereotype on anything. Do you find Asian women attractive? I mean, I don't feel that it's a racism issue if you say, well, I don't find this type of person attractive. Like I'm
What
not.
if it was like a Lucy Liu type, super
Yeah,
hot?
she's very beautiful.
Right. I mean, it's not that Lucy Liu is super hot.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
am more, like into, girls with like big boobs and,
Oh.
usually blondes, but
Mhm.
Asian girls tend not to have big boobs. They do sometimes. I
Yeah,
get that.
there's plenty
But
of
I just
Asian
feel
girls
like,
with big boobs, yeah.
is he being racist? Like only
Oh.
wanting a three-way with an Asian?
It's more of a fetish. I guess. I mean, I
Yeah,
think,
fetish. That's the word I was looking
yeah.
for.
I mean, Peter, you have some knowledge about. Well, also
Yeah.
Wells has a big Asian fetish. Is that correct?
I like Asian girls.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it seems like the majority of the girls that you date are Asian. Is that correct?
Is that right?
I don't
No,
know.
I wouldn't say the majority.
Okay, it
I've
seems
dated-
like all the significant girls, the cunnilingus qualifying girls are
Yes.
the Asian girls. Is that correct?
Oh, you only
Oh, no,
give
but-
cunnilingus to Asian girls?
Well, see, Wells has a thing where he only will give cunnilingus to a girl who he's like really into, like he really likes, and it's
Yep.
they're cunnilingus qualifying girls, as we want to go ahead and place
wow.
Yeah,
a label on it.
qualifiers.
Yeah, qualifiers
Yep.
for cunnilingus. So, would you say that the majority of those females are Asian? There, Wells.
I wouldn't say the majority. The last one was white.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're including my ex, she was only half Asian.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh.
still Asian. That's still Asian.
Oh, jury's out there, Wells.
There you go. There you go.
She considered herself white. So.
That's all right.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, but I mean, so you're saying it's just the Asian body type's not exactly your type of female that you're attracted to. Is that correct?
It is not. And I
Okay.
guess also part of it is really just that I'm feeling like he is really into Asian girls and
Got
I'm
it.
not Asian. So I feel like, like
It's more of a jealousy issue, right?
competitive. I think it's a competitive kind of
Competitive.
thing.
Can I
Jealousy,
can I throw out another thought process here? Because
Go
there's a
for it.
few elements here that I can recognize that are potentially problematic. I think the fetishization of races
Mhm.
is always an issue.
Mhm.
The Asian community has dealt with this for a very long
Very, very
time.
long time.
You'll see a lot of interracial porn. The black on white porn is all very much focused on the idea that
Right.
these are white women with black men, as opposed to just two people having sex of whatever race.
Mhm.
And so, again,
Right.
you find in sexuality and porn, a lot of the time when race is involved, it is a fetishization, which is inherently racist to some degree. That said, it's not
Because
unreasonable.
it's objectifying them.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Especially if it's specifically saying this is a type of person. When I think one thing that you yourself brought up that is important is you indicating, well, I'm into specific body types, for instance. And again, even that can be tricky because there's a fetishization in there as well. But for you to say, I'm really attracted to people with big breasts is not specifically saying, I just assume everybody of X race has this attribute I want. So for
Right,
him,
right.
the attribute is just their race and it's not other things. And that is a little
It
troublesome.
seems to be, and it doesn't matter what kind of Asian they are or
right.
anything, specifically about them. It's just that they're Asian.
Now,
Okay.
I will say, though, to your concern about the fact that this is something you're not, I'd say arguably that's one of the primary benefits of having a threesome is to be able to maintain a relationship with somebody that you love and respect and want to continue have intimacy with while being able to experience something that they don't provide. And as long as you're on the same page about that and comfortable with it and working together to understand boundaries and whatnot, I'd argue that that's usually the benefit, because otherwise it's a little bit weird if the person is picking a carbon copy of their partner.
Yeah.
And it just kind of
That's
seems
true.
to defeat the value. So it's a little bit tricky. Like I can certainly say, okay, completely different body type doesn't have to be threatening. It can simply be great. I'm allowing my partner to experience something that I can't specifically provide them. Or maybe, some people have problems giving oral sex, or some people really don't do anal, but maybe the other person is able to do those things. And so you can give that to them. Again, it's a little bit tricky again when it's purely an appearance thing, but I think it kind of goes with the territory of giving somebody a different experience.
Well,
so there's
also,
two sides to this.
That is a good point.
Yeah, so like Diane.
Yeah, I feel like in the past with my three-ways, I've been able to choose the girl myself.
Yeah, that's the thing
and
right
so
there.
this feels a little bit like I'm less in control.
Got it. Yeah, so Diane always picks the females when we have threesomes.
That makes sense.
And that's it's for her. And so she has her wants and she has her needs, and she wants to have, that's one of her fetishes, or I mean, I wouldn't even call it a fetish. She's bisexual.
It's just a need.
She needs to have sex with a female.
Yeah, that's not.
And so instead of going out and just having an open relationship where she just sleeps around with other women, she invites him into the bedroom so that we have a threesome. And most of the time I'm just watching, and then I join in. I let her have her fun with her female partner, and then we go at it. But Diane has her type, but we've also had threesomes with a lot of different types of females. We've had a few Asians in there, and it's like and it's they're I mean, it's just like any other female that's in there. I hate to put stereotypes on stuff. I don't know. Everyone's just the same when we have sex in the sexual world, especially if the lights are out. I mean, it's like everyone has the body's the same. We like to have the lights on, not super bright, of course. The mood lighting. We have mirrors in our
that would definitely
room.
help with a threesome.
Yeah, it's super
Where'd
hot.
you go?
But it's like everyone has breast, vulva. If you're a female, or if you have a vulva owner, and penis owners have penises. And we're all the same. So I would talk with your partner, set up some boundaries, and if it seems also that it might be more of like a jealous. Are you jealous? Are you jealous that he is into Asians? But what do you feel about that?
Well, it's a little bit of a jealousy. I think more than jealousy, it's the insecurity that maybe when he finally has sex with an Asian girl, which he never has had before, that he's going to like her more than he likes me.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing with threesomes, is that that's something that you have to deal with before. Have you ever had this type of jealousy issue with him having sex with the other female?
Well, we've never had a three-way. I've never had a three-way in this relationship before.
Oh, okay. This is completely different ground there. So you've
I'm
had
talking
three-ways
about
with
other relationships.
Got it.
Yeah.
So this is new. Like, so you told him that you had three-ways in the past, and now he's into it, and he wants specifically to have an Asian girl. Okay, yeah, that makes
he like jumped at it.
Got it.
Well, you shouldn't do anything you're not comfortable with, and it's all about boundaries.
Yeah, and just be open with them and say, this is, if you want to have a threesome, I'm going to have sex with this female, and you're just going to watch. And if you don't like it, then that's how it is.
There you go.
Or
do you think it would be fair to say that we could have a three-way with an Asian girl, but then the next three-way I get to pick?
100%.
That's perfectly fine.
But also, again, you should always be negotiating the partners. And you already mentioned, you have some specific things that you look for in a female partner. And you also mentioned that, he doesn't care what type of Asian woman it is, what she looks like within. I'm sure he has boundaries, but still, again, that's a little bit problematic. But if that is really his limit or lack thereof, then you can say, great, I want one with these attributes, and you work together to pick a partner that makes you both feel comfortable, and hopefully you're both happy in it. But it's always a case in threesomes and in polyamorous relationships too, where you kind of have to accept the reality of the situation you're in. And if it's not going to be comfortable, or there's the risk of losing someone, that's kind of the reality you have to be open to, and maybe it wasn't going to work anyway.
Yeah. Janet, you got a little bit of feedback on your line there. Sounds like you're in a car or something.
Is that any better?
Yes, much better. Thank you. Sorry about that. But just piggybacking off what Peter was saying there, I mean, also there's lots of different types of Asian women. I mean, you can be Indian, or you can be, Diane's.
Yeah, Indian is brown to him. Indian doesn't count as
Oh,
Asian.
wow, okay.
Like, he's talking about, like, Japanese, Chinese, Korean.
Got it.
Okay.
But not Thai or Cambodian or East Asian. Well, even
I
like
don't think Cambodian.
Vietnamese.
No, I don't think that would work.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Very
Not
specific.
definitely not Filipino. No.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay.
No Pacific Islanders.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, more like the white-skinned Asians.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So there's some colorism going on here too.
Yeah,
Very,
it
very
seems
specific.
very specific.
Yeah, which is a little bit alarming still.
Yeah.
I
a
would
little bit.
feel a little more like maybe you should dive a little bit deeper and to see if he has any other type of like white nationalism type of attributes to him there. Just
You think
just
he
to-
Yeah, we
wants
haven't
to
been
dominate?
dating that long. I've never... Oh, the domination thing. He hasn't dominated me, but I kind of can see that in him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, maybe he doesn't feel comfortable with me, but I feel like he would do that maybe with an Asian girl because he feels like they're submissive.
Got it.
He has like a Nagasaki fetish. He wants to dominate an East Asian woman.
Is that a Die Hard reference?
No,
That would be
it's
Nakatomi.
Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah.
It's a World War II reference.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah. I would dive a little bit deeper to make sure that he's not like a racist. First, if it's just something that he's like attracted to, just make sure that he's not
Overtly racist, at least.
Yeah, just steer clear.
I mean, I'm very white, so I feel like if he wants a white girl, but then like on the side is wanting something else, that seems kind of racist.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, Janet, I hope that we pointed you in the right direction here. It seems like you've got some work cut out, some homework for you there. Go ahead and do some.
Thank you guys so much. No, that really opened my eyes.
Perfect. Well, Janet, have a good night. Stay sex positive and talk with your boyfriend about this. It's very important to communicate. So have a good evening.
You're right. Thank you so much, guys.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So that was a doozy. I don't think we've ever chatted about just race on this show, and we try to be all inclusive, even though we're all just a bunch of white people.
Four white people.
We're all
yeah,
four
so
white
it's
people
tricky.
here.
Yeah.
It is, but I mean, in our relations, we've had sex with not every race, but. Have we had every race? So we've gone to a lot of sex parties where
I mean, you have to decide how
you.
you define races before you can decide it's every race.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a touchy subject, but like I was saying, it's like we're all humans. We all have beautiful bodies, and I enjoy every shade of color that is out there. Diane also enjoys it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's super smoking hot.
Why have one scoop of ice cream?
Yeah, exactly. You know, variety is a spice of life, people, and make sure to experience as much variety as you can and figure out what, you like and go from there. Wells, do we have another caller coming in?
We do. We have Rick calling in from the Bay Area. His girlfriend no longer wants to fuck in public ballparks, and that could be a deal breaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello. You are talking sex. Hello. You're talking sex live with Chet and Diane.
Diane.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Oh,
Yeah,
we can
we
hear
can
you
hear
just
you.
fine. How are you doing there?
Sorry, I'm at Oracle Park.
Oh, wow. Is
Okay.
that?
There's a National League Division Series going on.
Yeah, with
You
the
guys hear me
Giants
fine?
and the Dodgers going on right now, right?
Yeah, I don't really follow baseball. I just see like the guys with the black hats have 2 points,
Okay.
and the guys with the blue hats have 6 points.
Oh, wow. So the Dodgers are winning right now, right?
Sure.
Sure.
I don't know. Which color hat are they?
Yeah, they're the blue ones. The blue ones with the LA on them.
Like Smurf blue?
Yeah, Smurf blue. That's a good. I guess the technical term is Dodger blue, but
Oh, yes, because it is their own trademarked shade.
yeah, it is
What the hell is a Dodger? Why would a Dodger have blue?
Well, I don't know why it's blue, but they came from Brooklyn and they dodged trolley cars. And so, because they're apparently back in the 30s and 40s, or maybe even 20s, there's a lot of trolley cars in Brooklyn, and then people had to dodge them for some reason. So they called themselves the Dodgers. So, and then they moved to LA back in the 60s or 50s. I'm not a huge Dodger fan too. Ravine, but anyway, so
What's your
Well,
question?
you learn something new every day. Hey,
Yes.
sorry.
That's all right.
First of all, I just want to say, Diane, I'm sorry to hear about the knot in your perineum.
Oh, thank you.
You got to keep an eye on that. That took my grandmother.
oh wow, actually died from having a knot in your perineum.
Yeah. You know when you have like a knot in your shoe and you try to get it out and it just
Yeah.
gets tighter?
That is true. That's why we stopped having
Dead at
sex.
68 from the knot.
So instead of 69,
Anyway, my
68,
question
okay,
is-
go for it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just blathering
it's
here.
Okay, go for it.
So anyway, my question is, so like the last 15 years, me and the love of my life have been going to ballpark stadiums and, doing it. And usually it's in like pretty empty places. But then we came here tonight and it's really crowded.
Yeah. I mean, it is the
it's
most
super
talked
crowded.
about playoff game right now because the Dodgers have like 103 like a winning season, and the San Francisco Giants have like 105, and it's like this is a big playoff series, so they're division.
Okay, yeah, like I said, I don't really follow baseball. More into Canadian football,
Okay, the CFA,
right,
the
yeah.
specifically the Montreal Alouettes.
oh, not the BC Lions or the Toronto Juggernauts.
No, like American football, but in Canada.
Oh yeah, but those are other teams in the CFL. There, I just was spouting off some names there.
Oh,
Okay,
I must be in a different football league. But anyway, so we get here and she's like, I can't do this. I'm out of here. And then she left.
so
I'm just questioning, should I stay in this relationship?
So you've had sex at ballparks other times. What other ballparks have you had sex at? Coors Field, Wrigley, T-Mobile?
Yeah, Coors Field is cool because of the altitude.
Yeah.
The best places are like Lone Depot Park and Tropicana Park, basically
Okay.
any Florida park,
Oh, all right.
because there's no one there.
Oh, yes.
It's completely empty.
So if you went to like
like
Fenway
no one cares.
or the new Yankee Stadium, then you would be like it would be a no.
Oh, we've done it there too.
Okay.
Yeah, we've done it there too.
Okay.
But it's mostly, pre-season.
Got it. So where do you have sex when you're doing this? Are you just going in the
Basically,
bathroom?
no,
the
just like
bleachers?
right out in right out in the bleachers, mostly
Oh, okay.
out in the open. We're kind of internet famous,
Oh.
I guess you'd say.
So-
Like we're the people like these two couple caught having sex at
Oh.
Oh.
So
Toronto Stadium.
really
Exhibitionists.
into exhibitionism. So you really want people to
I mean,
watch
I
you.
am.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
now
am,
your-
and
now
I
your
thought she was, but
your partner's not now?
she's
She
gone.
left.
Oh, she just
She's
left.
back at the Airbnb. She's at the Airbnb. She said, I can't do this anymore, and she's gone.
So you
So I'm
went.
saying, did I throw away 15 years of my life?
Oof.
I don't
And
think so.
or should I?
It doesn't sound like you threw away 15 years
No.
of your life because
Hey,
you got what you wanted.
You're
for-
having fun. So did you just
Mm-hmm.
show up and just like you were planning on having sex at the Giants state? I'm sorry if I don't know the names of the parks. as well
Oracle
as you.
Park.
Oracle
They call
Park.
it the Big O.
Yeah, there you go.
Now,
Big O for big orgasms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
well, they call it, it's because of Oracle. The
Got it.
O in Oracle.
Got it. So
They're not perverts here. They're
But you-
all
but-
perverts here.
But you're going for the big O.
Yeah, that's
in
what
the big
you
O.
want, is the
right?
big
yeah,
O.
or at least
So-
that's what she
Yeah,
wanted.
hey, I never
yes.
thought of that.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
that just makes me madder.
Oh no, I'm sorry to do that to you. So
This could have been something I said at our wedding.
Yeah. So wait, you're not married. You're just dating.
No.
You've been dating for 15
We've been
years.
together for 15 years.
And
yes.
you haven't even like popped the question?
Well, here's the thing. I was going to do that tonight on the big board.
Oh wow! While you're
Oh.
having sex with her, or you were just gonna you were sitting in the stands watching a game
Mm-hmm.
that probably the tickets are very expensive right now, and you just
Yeah.
you don't care about the game. You just wanted to ask her
Mm-hmm.
to marry her, and then find a place to go have sex with, right?
Well, in our seats, we were. Can I swear?
Oh, I can swear. We're just talking sex live.
We were
Please
going to
do.
have Whoopi in our seats.
No, sex or
And
intercourse. Okay.
yeah, and around the right about now, the seventh inning, I was gonna pop the big question on the board, and now I'm just sitting here, and like pretty soon the camera crew is gonna come here, and I'm gonna be here by myself
So
with
was
Dodger
there
blue balls and
Dodger blue balls?
no future wife.
So, did you have like, did you guys have a plan? Did you go there expecting to have sex and like you were like,
Yeah.
what was the plan?
We came
if
here.
you don't mind if I ask, what were you gonna do? Where were you gonna go?
We were going to go to Oracle Park
No, I know, but
and
like
have sex
specifically
in our seats.
in your seats. Like I'm pretty
Yes.
sure. How many times have you been arrested, my friend?
How many baseball teams are there?
There's what 32.
I mean, if we're talking just Major League.
Yeah, just Major League Baseball team. I think
Yeah,
there's 32.
no, we don't do that minor league, triple A
Yeah,
garbage.
Yeah,
Might as well go all out.
exactly.
Major league all the way.
Yeah, so 32 baseball teams.
32, I would say 30.
30.
This is our first visit to San Francisco.
So you've been arrested every single time that you've had sex at a ballpark. You've had sex at 30 ballparks. And you've been arrested. I feel like
actually, sometimes it was like 2 or 3 times at the same ballpark. Like I said, the Florida ones are great.
Yeah, because there's nobody there.
There's nobody there. So 30 times, but I don't know if it's every park.
Okay.
I wouldn't say every park.
So I used to work at a ballpark when I was in college, and I worked at Safeco Field, which is now known as T-Mobile up in Seattle. And,
That's a great place.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's a great place. It's
there's-
right by the ocean.
Oh yeah, it's actually the lowest the lowest ballpark in the nation. It's an inch below sea levels because of how close it is to the ocean. But anyways, there's lots of places that you
They got great places in the corners where you can do it.
Yes, exactly. And
You got to get those seats though.
yeah, I would definitely like around the bullpen area it's kind of some secluded places that you could pop out into. Anyways,
Back to the topic.
back
What
to
am I
the
supposed to do?
question.
Should I just,
You're
like,
going
cut
way
and
off.
run,
You
or-
guys totally segue.
Yes.
So should I cut and run, or should I stick with this, even though she's not into it anymore? Kind of our thing.
If you love her, then
So-
I would say stick with her.
Is she completely just like, I'm not into this anymore? Like, I'm trying to figure out what was the reason why she just left. Like, what happened?
She showed up. We showed up. They were singing the national anthem, and she said, "I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm leaving." And then she left. And I'm sitting here with a ring in my pocket, and not doing it.
Oh, so she left you.
I think she may have gotten spooked because maybe, just maybe, she knew that you were going to pop the question. Like, after having sex 30 times and getting arrested 30 times at ballparks.
Sorry, we were arrested 30 times, but I mean, it's just countless the number of times we've actually done it.
Got it. Yeah. So after doing this numerous times at ballparks, I think maybe she just happened to catch on to your vibe. Maybe you were giving out a little bit of something else. I mean, Diane, did you know when I was going to pop the question?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, females know this. Like you act weird, you get nervous, you start to.
They get really sweet. It's like the sweetest they've ever been.
Yeah, you start to fidget, and you're like, you always checking your pocket for that ring to make sure you didn't lose it. You don't want to have a disaster. You're very anxious, and I'm assuming that's what you were going through tonight, right? I mean, you're about to be on the big board, and that's a big deal. I think she sensed all this. And she knew.
She got cold feet.
She's like, I just want to have some sex at ballparks, some exhibitionism here. And she just left.
Okay, yeah, that explains why she's acting weird when we walked in here. And she saw it's not the, so you don't think it's the giant crowd, sellout crowd? It's the fact that I was acting weird about proposing to her.
Well, but hold up here. Have you ever had sex at a playoff game? And was it always just at... Okay,
yes.
So then maybe...
Ask me if I've had sex at something. A certain baseball thing.
Oh, baseball thing specifically.
Yes.
All-Star game?
Yes.
World Series?
Yes.
Inside of
Yes.
the press booth.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I can't.
Yes. Right next to Vin Scully. Yes.
Wow. In the tunnel, the umpire's locker room.
Yes. Right there.
I don't
where
know.
they change.
You are just you're a maniac, but yet you don't like baseball, which is very strange.
No, but I love my gal. But this is a shot to the heart.
Yes.
Knowing that.
And you're to blame.
Yeah. Shot to the heart. Anyways, I would go and have a good conversation with her, and if just be completely honest and say, look, I was gonna propose. If she's at the Airbnb, but and just be like, you know what? If you don't want to commit and you just want to have fun, first you got to ask yourself: is that the thing that you want? Do you want to just continue to do this, or do you want something to be more serious? Do you want her to be in your life as the Mrs. Rick? I don't know your last name, but if you want her to continue,
I don't know. I don't want to.
That's fine. You don't have to.
I don't want to say my last name.
Yeah. I'm sure you've been in papers nonstop, but anyways, if you want to continue to just do what you're doing, then maybe that's what she wants, and just propose that to her and talk. Marriages fail because of communication, and relationships fail because of lack of communication. So you just have to be open and chat with her, and just don't say anything accusatory. Don't say anything that it's will make her feel like you're attacking her. Just say, this is how I feel, and this is what I was going to do, and how do you feel about that? And hopefully she'll be receptive to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, this is great advice. Love is like bad medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Bad medicine is what I need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So, it's up to you whether or not you want to watch the rest of the game, because that seems like a
tickets
pretty
for.
amazing game. But you know what? If you're not having sex, why stick around, right?
Yeah, I know. There's plenty of other things to do in San Francisco. I'm gonna go look at the walruses or whatever on the pier.
Yeah, or the walruses. Yeah, the Fisherman's Wharf there, or you could go to Ghirardelli Square.
What's up, Chinatown?
Chinatown. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well.
Great.
Rick, hopefully that we pointed you in the right direction. Stay safe, my friend. Stay sex positive, and have a good evening.
Great. Thanks, guys.
No problem. So, wow, that was quite a conversation about baseball, guys.
Yeah, my brain kind of with baseball.
I could barely follow it. No, I was over
Me
here with
too.
you, Diane. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like.
Every once in a while, he'd mention having
out.
sex, and I was like, "Okay, I'm here again."
Yes,
and then it was baseball.
yes, Peter,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I think you should leave her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
After having sex that many times in a stadium.
If they've been arrested having sex together, that means they're registered sex offenders.
Exactly. Also,
And
30
if
times
he
you
did
think
that
you think
for
that
her
would,
and she leaves,
that's pretty
that's a
messed
betrayal.
up.
Although, in fairness, they're both damaged goods at this point. That's going to make it really hard to find someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So maybe they got to work on it.
Exactly. Also, when you're arrested that many times, it compounds. It's exponential. It's not first time it's a warning. Second time it's 6 months in jail. Next time
they must
it's
have powerful friends or something.
Yeah,
that
maybe
keep
they're
getting
rich.
them out of it.
Unless hopefully they're not in a 3 strikes you're out state, because they could be in jail for the rest of their lives, especially for sex offenses there. So, in conclusion, everyone, don't have sex in public. If you do, we're not going to advocate for it.
Do it.
Well, Wells says do it. So we've
Do
had
it.
sex.
It's fun.
In places where we know that nobody's watching.
Yeah.
We're not into exhibitionism. But if you
It's
just want
safe, sane, and consensual.
it is safe,
Do
sane,
it.
and consensual. But if there's also a legality issue about it. If you're gonna get caught, then it's also a rush that you want to
You
get
should
caught.
fuck at your nephew's birthday party.
Well,
It's a little.
well, if you can jump out, there's something hot about being in a pool and then going to a pool house and changing and then having sex at that pool house. Diane and I've done that a few times, and holy shit, is that hot.
Definitely.
Yeah. super hot. I don't know. It's like the coldness and just knowing that people are outside. That whole exhibitionism there.
Risk of getting caught.
It's huge. It is huge.
Yeah.
But we're going pretty long here, but we've had a journey, a real journey, and we thank everybody for listening. If you are on some type of podcast listening platform, go ahead and follow us for future episodes. Next show in 2 weeks, we're going to have a very special Halloween show where we're going to do more sexy couples costumes and some other spooky callers coming in. We're also, Diane and I are going to be dressed up. Wells, I don't know if you're going to be dressed up. I haven't sent you the memo about that. It's up to you.
Right.
But it's going to be a fun show. So please tune into that. If you're on YouTube, give us a follow. But we're going to go ahead and end the show. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. And have a good night. Stay safe, sane, and consensual, as always.